Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to John Hardin High School for tonight's 17th District Girls Soccer action.
Starting lineup. First for the visitors.
Game between the Central Hardin Bruins and the John Hardin Bulldogs. We're going to turn it over to our PA announcer for tonight's starting lineups.
Number 2, Haley Clark. Number 3, Haley Pickerel. Number 4, Taylor Edison. Number 9, Grace Lane. Number 10, Ella Dodd. Number 11, Brittany Music. Number 13, Alyssa McKinney. Number 15, Haley Panther. Number 18, Brooke Norton. And number 20, Peyton Rabb. The head coach for the Central Hardin Lady Bruins, Chris Wilk. And now, let's meet your John Hardin Lady Bulldogs. Number 2, Christy Pagan. Number 3, Melissa Wiley. Number 4, Alexis Witherspoon. Number 9, Caitlin Rowlett. Number 10, Kylie Crowley. Number 11, Miriam Atiani. Number 14, Kaylee Flack. Number 15, Zoe Hedge. Number 19, Josie Mink. Number 20, Katie Lewis. And in the net, number 0, Destiny Clark.
So there we have our starting lineups for Central Hardin Bruins and the John Hardin Bulldogs. Central Hardin comes in with this 1-3 on the season, while the Bulldogs come in with a 4-0 record. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results. With locations in Elizabethtown, Hodgenville, Radcliffe, Brandenburg, Bardstown, and Louisville. Online at physicaltherapyky.com. Ryan Harris of Remax Premier Properties. For all your real estate needs, contact Ryan at 270-723-4626 and he'll get the job done. Bluegrass Cellular, offering the most affordable unlimited plan anywhere where wireless works. Online at bluegrasscellular.com. E-Town Exterminating, 270-737-6900. Online at mugabug.com. And West Point Bank, with 5 offices located in Elizabethtown, Radcliffe, Upton, Glendale, and West Point. Let us help make life simpler. Hometown baking made simple. Online at westpointbank.com. John Hardin will start off with possession tonight. We'll get to know the players as the game goes along. This is the first meeting between the Bulldogs and the Bruins this year. And for John Hardin, well, both teams, this is their first 17th district matchup. That one will get all the way to the back. Olivia Fogel will pick it up. She'll punt that one away. Melissa Wiley sends it back to the other end, trying to get it to Alexis Witherspoon. Feet came out from underneath her on that as she tried to cross. The field is in good condition considering the amount of rain that fell earlier today. They did not play the JV game on the field to try to keep it in good shape. Lane with it, drops it back. Clark now with it in the middle of the field. She'll send it to the other side to Dodd. Edson now with it. To McKinney in the middle. She tries to get it to Pickrell. It'll be Music now with it. She gets past Atiani, gets past Lewis. De La Rosa Pagan, the last one. Destiny Clark with the save right on the post. Really surprising how far Music was able to take the ball. She'd gotten it near midfield. Clark punts that one away. Dodd will head it outside for Edson. To Music. up the left-hand side. She'll cross there, trying to get to Pickrell. It was Pagan that knocked that one away. Atiani now with it. It goes out and it'll be a throw-in. Edson with the throw-in. Trying to get it to Pickrell. Wiley will lay it back for Atiani. Wiley now with it. And now the Bruins try to send it back the other way. Haley Clark had kicked it. Rowlett now with the ball for the Bulldogs to Wiley to Witherspoon. Trying to get it to Flack. That'll go off the Bruins and will be a corner kick for the Bulldogs.
I had nothing to do with this.
Rowlett to take this corner.
That's not what happened. What happened was, that's not it.
High to the middle of the box. Wiley was there. Need out by the Bruins. They get it out to Pickrell. Trying to get it up for Norton. Wiley now with it, trying to get it to Flack. Clark gets it back for the Bruins. Coming forward is Rowlett. She gets it to Crowley on the outside. She'll cross there. Ella Dodd will send it out of the box. Gets it to Brooke Norton on the right side. She'll send it forward. Pickrell. De La Rosa Pagan kicks that one out. There'll be a foul called, so a free kick for the Bruins. Ella Dodd to take this one. Send that out to the top of the box. One bounce. Clark comes out and she'll collect it up. That'll be a throw-in for the Bulldogs. Atiani gets it in to Rowlett. That'll go out and be a throw-in for the Bruins. Get it into Pickrell. Rowlett comes over to provide the pressure. Drop it back, trying to get it to Music. Edson now with it. To Pickrell. And then Atiani got it back for the Bulldogs. Now it'll be Lewis who'll clear it out for John Hardin. It'll go out and be a throw-in for the Bulldogs. That'll be sent all the way down. Clark gives chase for the Bruins as Witherspoon comes down, but it will go out and will be a throw-in for the Bruins. Wiley heads it back the other way, but it goes out. Another throw in. Edson will take this one. Throw in for the Bulldogs. Atiani with this one. Dodd now with it for Central. Rab in the middle of the field. Flack gets it. It'll be Dodd who sends it back out near midfield. Goes off Pickrell. Lewis with it for the Bulldogs. And now goes back to Clark. Round to Panner and back to Fogel. Now Dodd with it to Edson. Wiley comes over, gets it to Pickrell. Edson will send it back to Clark. Fogel will come out and she'll play it from there. Round to Panner. Panner trying to get it to Norton. Rowlett to Crowley. Sends it up, and Crowley will take after Chase. Panner catching up to her. She'll cross there. Fogel comes out, scoops it up. Out to Music on the far side. Atiani gives chase. Trying to get it to Pickrell in the middle. Minkle clearing out for the Bulldogs. Gets it to Wiley. Flack back to Wiley, and they'll send it forward. Fogel playing way out. Edson now with it. Wiley and Atiani trading it back now. Music has it for the Bruins. Rowlett sends that one back. Now Clark with possession to Lane. Alexis Witherspoon comes back to get it. Now Panner will get it up to Norton. Send it up the left side. Gets past Music. Atiani will track it down there. That'll go off of McKinney. Be a throw in for the Bulldogs. Substitutions on both sides. Will be a throw in for the Bulldogs. Headed around. Wiley sends it up for Newton. Goes off Newton. Will be a throw in for Central Hardin. Edson quickly gets it in, trying to get it to McKinney. Rowlett going to send it out. Panner gets it back for the Bruins. Chip it down the left side. Sloan gives chase. Johnson back there on the defense. Goes out and be a throw in for the Bulldogs. Off McKinney, another throw in. Wiley will take this one. Edson there for the Bruins to get possession back. Rowlett will send it back up, trying to get it to Newton. That goes off of Newton. Another throw in for the Bruins. Get it into Lane. Back to Edson. Now Panner with it. Flat gets it back for the Bulldogs. Sends it up for Newton. Dodd there. It's it high in the air, but back to Crowley. And now the Panner sends it to the other end. Della Rosa Pagan chases after it. She will kick it out. It'll be a throw in for the Bruins. Norton to throw this one in. Amber Hatfield checks into the lineup for the Bruins. Trying to get it to Hannah Turner. Mink will just let it go over the end line, and it'll be a goal kick for John Hardin. Rowlett comes back to take that. It's going to go off Hatfield. Norton able to keep it in. Newton back to Clark. To Hatfield, back to Clark again. Now we'll go over everybody's head and out. A throw in for John Hardin. Crowley to take this one, trying to get it to Newton. Goes off of her and out. It'll be a throw in for the Bruins. Crowley gets it to Rowlett. Trying to get it back to Crowley. Hatfield there for the Bruins. Crowley cross. Be cleared out by Clark, but it'll go over the inline and be a corner kick for the Bulldogs. Rowlett comes to take it. Atiani checks back in for John Hardin. Haley Pickrell checks back in for Central Hardin. Kicks it out north, top of the box. Wiley heads it, it'll go wide to the right, and will be a goal kick for the Bruins. Fogel to take this one. 27:30 to go in the first half of play. 0-0 our score. Wiley has possession for the Bulldogs, trying to get it to Flack. A little too far for her. Be knocked around, and Meek will gather it in. So Crowley. Back to Mink. Witherspoon tried to give it back to Crowley. Hatfield there for Central. And that'll go off of, so it goes off of the Bruins, and it'll be another corner kick for the Bulldogs. That'll be cleared out by Dodd. Turner with it, lays it back. Martin will lay it back to Edson. Edson sends it up the middle of the field, trying to get it to Turner. Mink will get to the outside, but there's Brooke Norton for the Bruins. Mink back on the defense. Cross there, Clark collects it. She will punt it away from there. Hatfield just kicks that one out. Crowley will throw it in. Substitutions on both sides. Alexis Witherspoon back in for John Hardin. Haley Clark back in for Central Hardin, along with Paige Bratcher. Crowley with the throw in. I'll go off Hatfield and be another throw in for the Bulldogs. Crowley will take this one as well. More towards the center of the field, trying to get it to Rowlett. Headed around. Crowley sends it near the corner. It's going to go off of a Bulldog and be a Central Hardin throw in. Crowley has it just about back in the box, gives it to Witherspoon. Knocked around, Lane lays it back for Dodd. Dodd going to send it out near midfield for Sloan. Sloan just taps it forward. Turner chases after, but it'll be De La Rosa Pagan getting to it first. Wiley with it. Pickrell providing the pressure. Is it to Atiani? Back to Wiley. And now they'll go over the sideline and be a throw in for the Bruins. Morgan Berba checked in for the Bruins. Back to Berba. Berba now to Lane. High in the air, Hedge sends it back the other direction. Lane there, Rowlett. Now Wiley with it for John. To Flack. Flack had Crowley up the sidelines a little too late. Witherspoon will drop it back again for Flack. Flack going to send it forward for Crowley. She'll get to it before it crosses the end line. She crosses there, And that goes off of Dodd and out, and it'll be another corner kick for the Bulldogs. 23-15 to go here in their opening half. Again, scoreless. Rowlett to take this corner. So go to the far post, headed by Wiley there, but that'll go over the inline, wide left, and a goal kick for the Bruins. Fogel will take this goal kick. Quickly gets it down, gets it to Dodd. And tries to get it to the middle. Lane sends it to the outside. Up for Sloan. Now hit towards the middle. Flack there for the Bulldogs. Lays it back for Rowlett. Rowlett will send it up the right side. Alexis Witherspoon gives chase for the Bulldogs. Ella Dodd there for the Bruins. Throw in for the Bulldogs. Atiani to do this throw in. To Wiley. Not able, she was able to keep it in. Brancher sends it, but now it'll be Rowlett with it. Rowlett going to send it into the box. Fogel comes out, knocks it down. Clark will clear it out from there. Gets it to Norton. And there'll be a foul there on the Bulldogs. It'll be a free kick for the Bruins. Dodd to take this free kick. Sends it to the left corner. Turner down there. Back for Sloan. I'm trying to find someone to get it to. Martin. Now Brancher gets to it, gets past Turner. Sent to the middle. Hedge will send it up for Flack. It's sent towards the middle. Wiley will be there for John Hardin. So Riley Martin comes back for the Bruins. He'll be sent to the corner. Atiani chases after Ella Dodd there for the Bruins. That's going to go into the box. Clark there. Now Witherspoon comes up. Be cleared out by Clark and be a throw in for John Hardin. Atiani to throw this one in. It's to Rowlett. Now Hedge will send it right back to her. Knocked around. Sloan now with it. Up to Norton. She'll drop it back for Clark. Dodd tries to send it forward. Trying to get it to Sloan. Atiani there for the Bulldogs. She'll get possession back for John. And then be taken away. I believe it was Brancher that kicks it out. Throw in for the Bulldogs. Substitutions on both sides. Wiley to throw this one in. Another throw in. Wiley will take this one as well. Martin gets it to Music. Rowlett there for the Bulldogs. Looking for someone to pass it to. Squares it up and into the side net. And it will be a goal kick for John Hardin. To Wiley. Norton comes back to get it back for the Bruins. Lane sends it to the outside for Brancher. Wiley there for the Bulldogs along with Witherspoon. They'll send it back for Lewis. Lewis is going to send it up the right side. That'll go wide and be a throw in for Central Hardin. Brancher to take this one. Into Norton. Music now with it. Near the top of the box, she shoots there. Off the crossbar. Rebound out. Norton there. Norton will send it back into the box, cleared out by the Bulldogs. Lane now with it for Central Hardin. Outside for Bratcher. To the middle, Martin there. And they just keep sending it back and forth to each other. Now Bratcher again with it. Trying to get it through to Turner. Keeps it inbound. Now Norton with it. To Martin. Back for Lane. Lane sends it up for Music. Hedge pokes it away there, but now Norton with it. Norton inside for Turner. Now Martin. And it'll be Rowlett that clears it out. Crowley, but the Lane keeps it down on this end. Burba to Music. Crowley there for the Bulldogs. Crosses there. Hedge gets a foot on that one. Crowley gets it near the center of the field. Central will drop it back. Now Ella Dodd comes forward. She'll send it outside for Bratcher. Sent into the box. Music there. Fighting off. And it's in! Brittany Music with the goal.
Goal by your Central Hardin Lady Bruins.
16:53 to go here, and really thought that it looked like Clark kind of let that one. She thought it was going to be over the end line or possibly an offsides call as it just sneaks across the line. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, Physical Therapy Associates, Ryan Harris of Remax Premier Properties, Bluegrass Cellular, E-Town Exterminating, and West Point Bank. Atiani will drop it back for Lewis. Lewis trying to get it back to her. It goes wide. Throw in for the Bruins. Norton now with it. Lane at midfield. She'll send it up the right side. It was just over Music's head. Mink there for the Bulldogs. Music still with possession. And that will be a goal kick for John Hardin. Rowlett sends it up the middle of the field. Burba there for the Bruins, loses it to Flack. Flack and Nia Johnson back. It goes behind Johnson. Lane will send it back the other way. Goes past Bratcher. Fogel will come all the way over. She'll send it out from there. It'll be a throw in for the Bulldogs. Atiani to take this throw in. To Johnson. Sloan lays it back for Norton. Norton going to give it to Martin. Martin had Flack and Wiley collide on her. Now Rowlett with it for John Hardin. She's going to send it forward. Johnson not quite ready for that one to go. Fogel will collect it. She'll punt it away. 15 minutes to go here in the opening half. 1-0 our lead. Central Hardin on top. That'll be a handball. Free kick for the Bulldogs. Zoe Hedge to take this one. Gets it to Rowlett. Rowlett from distance. That one bounces off a couple. There's the rebound shot just high from Flack. Fogel to take this goal kick. Sloan now with it. Tries to get it to the center. Hedge there for the Bulldogs. To Rowlett. To Wiley in the middle. Wiley to Flack. Back to Wiley. Tries to get it to Crowley. Crowley going to cut towards the center. Still with possession. Off the outside, that goes off of Norton. She'll chase after and collect it. Back for Bratcher. Now Flack with it to Rowlett. Trying to chip it into Johnson's got it on Johnson's foot. And good job, Clark from behind, as she was able to slow up the ball and allowed Fogel to get the save. And Fogel will punt it away from there. Norton now to be Flack with it to Wiley. Wiley trying to send it up to get it to Crowley. Clark will clear it from there. Music and Wiley going after possession. And Music gets it. Has it taken away. Mink tries to clear it. And that will be a throw-in for the Bulldogs. Quickly gets it into Crowley. Now Flack with it. Burba there for the Bruins. It'll be Martin who gets it. And that'll go off of Martin and be another throw-in. Crowley to take this one. Throw it down the side. Clark there for the Bruins will send it back to Fogel. Fogel will play it around to the other side. Bratcher is going to go too wide for her and be a throw-in for the Bulldogs. That's going to get Edson back in for the Bruins and Witherspoon back in for the Bulldogs. Atiani with the throw-in. That'll go out off of Bratcher. Another throw-in. Atiani will take this one as well. Softer that time. Edson got to it first. Sends it up the right side. Pickrell now with it. Lays it back to the middle for Norton. Now to be Lane with it. Into the middle. Martin there. We'll have a foul, and it'll be a free kick for the Bruins. Dodd will come up to take this one. Sent down the middle. It's going to get into the box. Out comes Destiny Clark. And there'll be a foul on the Bruins, and so it'll be a free kick for the Bulldogs. Rowlett to take this one. Sent down the middle. Witherspoon there. Fogel will come out, gets it at the top of the box. She'll throw it to the outside to Bratcher. Bratcher gets it back to Dodd. Dodd up the left side. Pickrell there. Lays it back for Bratcher. Now to Norton. Norton lays it back for Clark. Around to Burba. To Lane. Now Martin with it. Outside. Martin retains possession. Crowley comes back. They both go down. Martin gets up, tries to pass it back. Wiley gets it. It goes off Burba, and a throw in for the Bruins. Quickly getting it into Crowley. Now to Flack. Trying to get it past Norton. She gets it back for the Bruins. She'll lay it back for Dodd. Around to Bratcher. To the outside for Pickrell, back to Bratcher. Back and forth possession. Christiana De La Rosa Pagan tracks it down. She'll send it out. That'll be a throw in. Alyssa McKinney back in. She'll take this throw. Into Lane. Lane gives it up to Music. Mink there on the defense. Music able to get around her. De La Rosa Pagan sends it out. It'll be a throw in for the Bruins. Panner checks back into the lineup.
She was allergic to hair dye. Yeah, she was allergic to the black hair dye. I can imagine.
Get it into Pickrell. Pickrell tries the cross. That'll go over the end line and will be a goal kick for the Bulldogs. Again, our only goal tonight, scored with 16:53 to go here in our opening half by Brittany Music to give the Bruins a 1-0 lead. Rowlett sends that one forward. Now Lewis with it. Near midfield. McKinney sends it to Edson. Back to Lane. Send it up over the head of Music. Who'll track it down there. De La Rosa Pagan comes over for the defensive pressure. Goes out off of her. Actually, they're going to say it goes off of Music, and it'll be a throw-in for the Bulldogs. Panner gets it back for the Bruins. To Edson. Edson tried to squeeze it in, not able to. And Flack has it now for the Bulldogs. Lays it back for Wiley. Wiley going to send it across the field. Norton there for the Bruins. Go off here and out, and Atiani will take the throw in. McKinney to Lane, back to McKinney. And then Rowlett there for the Bulldogs to take possession. Up to Flack. Flack going to try to send it for Crowley. Crowley there. He's down. Fogel comes out. She'll collect it up as Burba was the Bruin that went down. And Crowley unable to get very much on that one. Pickrell for Taylor Edson. Outside for McKinney. Round to Clark. She'll send it forward. Now Panner with it. Panner going to send it to the corner. De La Rosa Pagan back there for the Bulldogs. Music gets it back for Central. To the middle for Lane. Lane will send it to the outside for Burba. They're going to send it across for McKinney. 6 minutes to go here in our opening half of play. Lane back to Clark. Now Burba with it. Trying to get it to Music. A little wide throw in. Crowley will take this for the Bulldogs. Clark heads that one. Not able to keep it in. This will be a throw in for John Hardin. Kylie Crowley will take this one. She lost that one as she tried to throw it in. A reset. To Witherspoon. To Weiland, they'll say there was a foul there on Witherspoon. We'll have a free kick. Rowlett now will take it. I think the foul was closer, where the official's now going to throw the ball at. Rowlett will set it up there. She'll send it towards the top of the box. And it'll go past everybody and will be, there's that goes off of the Bruins. So it'll be a corner kick for the Bulldogs. Rowlett heads off in that direction. And this one out near the top of the box, trying to get it to Wiley. Hedge tries to keep it in there. Ball knocked around. Music Pokes it out towards the corner. It'll go over the in line and be another corner kick for the Bulldogs. Rallied over to take this one. Just lays it up for Hedge. Gives it back, but it goes out. That'll be a throw in for the Bruins. Substitutions. For the Bruins, Amber Hatfield. Peyton Rabb check back into the lineup. McKinney throws it in. Music for Rabb, but it'll be Rowlett who gets to it for the Bulldogs. Sends it forward into the box. Fogel will come up and collect it there. Quickly rolling it out for Norton. She comes up with a lot of room on the right side. Wiley now comes over for the Bulldogs. Norton will drop it to the center for Lane. Lane outside for McKinney was a little too long. A throw in for the Bulldogs. Atiani with the throw in. Trying to get it to Witherspoon. Flack there. Ball sent back. Now Clark will track it down for the Bruins and she'll lay it off for Fogel. 2:15 to go in the first half. McKinney will get this one for Central Hardin. Panner back outside to McKinney. To the middle for Lane. Lane will drop it back there for Clark. Around for Hatfield. Gets it to Norton. Norton in the middle of the field to Pickrell. Pickrell up right side. Norton gonna get there. That's Mink on the, she gets past Mink. De La Rosa Pagan comes over. Able to chip it into the box. Rowlett sends it high in the air. Wiley gets there for the Bulldogs. It'll go off of her and be a throw in for Central. Central with some subs before this throw in comes in. Morgan Burba, Hannah Turner, and Avery Pope check into the lineup for the Bulldogs. Just over a minute to go in this first half. Norton to take the throw in. Trying to get it to Turner. Music now with it. De La Rosa Pagan provides the defensive pressure. That'll be a throw in. 40 seconds to go. I think it's going to be a corner kick as Panner comes up to take this one. Sending out about midway of the box, chipped around and knocked out by Rowlett. Send it right back in. It's 15 seconds to go. Clark will collect it there. Punted away. 3, 2, 1. And so our first half comes to a close. Central Hardin on top, 1-0. The one goal from Brittany Music with 16:53 to go in this first half. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates. More personal attention for more effective results. With locations in Elizabethtown, Hodgenville, Radcliffe, Brandenburg, Bardstown, and Louisville. Online at physicaltherapyky.com. Ryan Harris of Remax Premier Properties. For all your real estate needs, contact Ryan at 270-723-4626 and he'll get the job done. Bluegrass Cellular, offering the most affordable unlimited plan anywhere where wireless works. Online at bluegrasscellular.com. E-Town Exterminating, 270-737-6900. online at mugabug.com, and West Point Bank with 5 offices located in Elizabethtown, Radcliffe, Upton, Glendale, and West Point. Let us help make life simpler. Hometown banking made simple online at westpointbank.com. We'll be back after a short timeout with second half action.
Turn Coca-Cola products into cash for the students of Hardin County Schools. Visit coke.com/give/schools on your computer or smartphone. Tap Scan Code. Scan the code with your camera or enter it manually. When you are finished, click Submit. Help the Hardin County Schools by just scanning your Coca-Cola products. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3.
It's important to build a relationship with the students and with the parents. I call each one by name in the morning when they get on. I call them by name. Each afternoon when they get off, I call them by name. You have patience to be with students. It's a very rewarding job. You know, I wish that I'd started earlier than I did, but now that I've got 19 years in, I look back and I think, man, it's been great. They all have been a blessing in my life.
I just enjoy working with the kids and seeing them every day and making them smile and, you know, being a part of their day. You get to maybe change somebody's life. It makes me feel good because, you know, maybe I'm the reason they want to come to school sometimes, that they get that meal and they're able to focus on school better.
I love working with the students. As an instructional assistant, I think one of the most rewarding things is you get more one-on-one time with the students. One of my favorite stories was a 5th grade boy that I was working with all year. He had never completed one book, and we started reading this one book. And the last day of school, all these kids were out there playing and doing their field day activities, and he came up to me and he said, "Miss Miller, can we please finish that book? I don't want to graduate from Lakewood and not ever have finished reading a book." And he did. And to this day, we still keep track of each other, and I think he's a junior in high school now, and he's doing really well.
Saw a job opening for a custodian at North Hardin High School and applied there, and been with Hardin County Schools ever since. Came from the high school to the elementary, Meadowview Elementary, and when I'm sitting in the lobby, this girl had come down from one of the ramps, and she had peeing tails. She was probably 1st grade, and her front teeth were missing, and she smiled and waved at me. And I thought, wow, I'm gonna love working here. The kids, always a smile on their face, always nice, always just really brighten your day. And I really don't have any complaints about my job. I love my job. I love working for Hardin County Schools. Probably one of the best jobs I've ever had, actually.
I live in Jefferson County. I am driving 35 minutes to come to Lincoln Trail. I did teach in Jefferson County 1 year. I just decided that Hardin County was a better fit, fell in love my first year, and just decided to stay in Hardin County School District. Just seeing that moment, that aha moment when they click, it's like, oh my gosh, you got it. And it's like, wow, I love it. And teachers here do whatever it takes to help each kid, and I love that.
Of course, I've been here at Meadowview my whole 25 years. Most of the time it's successes, whether it's with a relationship and a child coming a long way with just their confidence, or if they've come a long way academically. So it's very rewarding, and you see highlights every single day.
I'm a substitute teacher, but I'm in school to be an elementary teacher, so subbing kind of worked out with my schedule better. I've always loved working with kids. I feel like that's just my passion, is working with kids, from coaching to teaching. I just feel like I can have a huge impact on, you know, just kids' lives and their future. Well, I chose Hardin County because I went to school. I went to Central and East Hardin, and I just love it. I love all the people. You know, I know people at pretty much every school in the district. And I love the environment. Every school I've been to is amazing. The people are friendly and accepting, and I just love the environment of it.
It was just a miraculous decision. I did not realize it was going to be my calling, that I have just grown to absolutely love it. Just to show them the love that we care. We are here for them no matter what the situation is, just to help them grow. You just don't want to miss a day in their lives.
Being a self-employed realtor, finding healthcare coverage was a really difficult thing, especially affordable healthcare coverage, and that's why I started doing the bus driving. Being around the kids, being in the school atmosphere, getting to interact with them is a real joy to me.
I see potential in kids and I want to help them reach that potential. I love this school. The community that I feel here with my colleagues and the students that I get to work with every day. I think that we have a momentum going and it's growing to really build a positive culture here and to have a sense of community and to be proud. That to me is exciting, and it adds the fun into why you become a teacher. I think that teachers are excited to be a part of a district that does that for its students, and I think it excites students.
I went into the teaching profession because I knew I was going to make a difference in kids' lives, knowing that every morning when I come into work, my kids are going to hug me, and when they leave at the end of the day, they're going to say, I don't want to leave, and that's why I teach. I think the biggest thing that I learned growing up was building family relationships, especially in a school like this where there are so many different family dynamics. It's so important to know your kids and know what they need, you know, what they might be going through at home. I'm going to be here for them every day, I think is comforting for them.
When I retired, I couldn't sit around the house. I decided became a driver. January the 13th of this past year. Well, I'm a diabetic. I lost my leg. State of Kentucky, I cannot drive a school bus. They take care of you. They offered me a job. They said, why don't you be a monitor? I said, I'd love to be a monitor. As soon as they came out of school, saw me, they hollered at me, hey, Mr. Lark, Mr. Lark, and they came running up and hugging me. That makes you feel great. You made a difference. Probably in some of them's lives, you made a big difference.
I taught at the biggest district in Atlanta, and I love it here because it's smaller, everybody knows everybody. I feel like it's a family. My purpose is to serve my community, and it means so much to me because I'm from Radcliffe. Yesterday was a moment for me. A student had a breakdown. You know, he was in a ball, he was really upset. I told him to put his arms there. I said, I love you, I'm not mad at you, because he called me a couple names before I got to him. And he just put his arms around my neck, and he would not let go. I rode the bus with him the whole ride home. I just felt everything he was feeling put on me, and that just really solidified why I'm here. Every kid in this school is our kid. If they are in this school, they're our kid.
When I first started working, I was 58, and my kid said, Mom, nobody's going to hire you because you don't have experience. I said, I've raised 5 kids and 72 foster kids. I said, I think I qualify. You can come in here with a sad face and you look at them children and they just like make you smile. All the teachers, my co-workers, they're great. You know, and the kids will say, you're going to retire and enjoy your life. I said, I'm enjoying my life right now. And I've already told Miss Carey I was staying until I was 75. You know, you got to love your job, and I do. I can't help it.
Welcome back to John Hardin High School for tonight's 17th District Girls Soccer action. Our halftime score is 1-0 with Central Hardin on top. A goal by Brittany Music with 16:53 to go in the first half of play. Again, coming into tonight's ball game, for John Hardin, they came in with a 4-0 record. And then Wednesday night, their next ball game, they will be on the road as they will take on the Cardinals of Nelson County. For Central Hardin, they came in with a 1-3 record on the season. Their next game will be this Wednesday as they will take on another 17th District foe as they will play at North Hardin and take on the Trojans. So we come back out onto the field. The two teams will switch ends. We will start here shortly. Again, this is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, Physical Therapy Associates, Ryan Harris of RE/MAX Premier Properties, Bluegrass Cellular, E-Town Exterminating, and West Point Bank. Start the second half. It will be Central Hardin ball as Pickrell will put it into play. Back for Panner. Sent to the middle. Lane gets there. Be sent back by Rab. Dodd will give it back to Fogel. Right back over to Dodd. Edson with it. Trying to get it to Music. Atiani there for the Bulldogs. Now Music with it on the left side. Atiani chasing after. Lewis in front of her. Just outside of the box. We'll have a foul on the Bulldogs, and it'll be a free kick for the Bruins. Looks like Taylor Edson will come up to take it. Edson gets everybody set. Send it into the box, and there it's in. The rebound by Grace Lane, actually right off the foot. As Grace Lane puts it in the back of the net, off the feed from Taylor Edson. That goal gives the Bruins a 2-0 lead. Rowlett, that one goes off of Rab. Now Painter with it, back to Edson. Music sends it back for Don. Witherspoon was right there. Off Don, and we throw in for the Bulldogs. Atiani quickly getting in, trying to get it to Witherspoon, but it goes a little wide. Clark now with it. Clark gets it up the field. Norton now with it. As Mink comes over. That'll go off of Mink and be a throw-in for the Bruins. Norton quickly gets it in. Into the middle. Now drop back for Panner. Panner will send it back for Dodd. Wiley comes over for the Bulldogs as Edson drove it up. Now Music tried to hit it. Atiani deflected it. Pickrell there with it, just pokes it. Clark comes out, dives, and gathers it up. Clark punts it away. That one goes off of Lane. Burba kept it in. Lane now with it as Rowlett with her. Panner has it. Out to Edson. Up to Music. Ball still free. Now Lewis, it goes off of her and then Music. Graham tries to keep it in on this end. And Crowley will send it up the left side. Clark going back as Witherspoon comes over. Now Witherspoon will get it first. Lays it back for Crowley. Turns it towards the middle of the field. Now reverses. Morgan Burba there for the Bruins. Really tried to clear that one, didn't get very much on it. Lane kicks it out. Pickrell to Norton. She gets past Mink. And now it's De La Rosa Pagan on her. Norton still driving it inside. She crosses there. Music kicked away by Clark off the post. I believe that was Norton who kicked it off the post. Bounces it back out. She'll lay it back for Berber. Berber going to send it back into the box, and that'll go over the inline and be a goal kick for the Bulldogs. They sent out near midfield. Panner will get it over to Edson. Flack chasing after. It's going to go off the Bulldogs. Edson to do the throw in. Trying to get it to Pickrell. Lewis headed it up in the air. It's going to go over the end line. It'll be a corner kick for the Bruins. Reminder, we'll be back on the air this Thursday night as we will have 17th District volleyball action. E-Town travels to take on Central. Ball headed out by Wiley. Gets it to Norton. And then it was Crowley who sends it out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Bruins. Norton will throw this one in. Into Burba. Now to Lane. Rowlett knocks it away. Crowley tries to get it back. Burba and Rowlett going after it. That's off of Burba. She'll lay it there for Lane. Lane going to send it back for Dodd. Round to Edson. Send it to the corner, not able to get it past Atiani, but Music is there to get it back for the Bruins. Music drives back in, they're going to try to chip it in. Gets past Mink. Norton there with the ball. Stutter step left foot. Clark with the save. .33:40 to go here in the second half. 2-0 our score. Central Hardin on top. Wiley with it. She'll send it forward for Atiani. It goes off her foot and out. Edson to get it in. Gets it quickly into Music. Now for Panner. Back to Edson. Up for Pickrell. Lewis there for the Bulldogs. Pickrell cuts back towards the middle. She's going to send a shot there high. And oh, just over the crossbar. And it'll be another goal kick for the Bulldogs. Nia Johnson checks back into the lineup for the Bulldogs. Sent out from Rowlett almost to Johnson at midfield. Dodd now has it. She sends it around for Edson. Back to the middle for Lane. Lane for Panner, back to Lane. A little too far off of her foot to control. Kicked out by Rab. Burba and Crowley run into each other. Dropped back for Panner. Wiley will send it across the field, but Edson there for Central Hardin. She's going to send it at the goal. Bounces away from Clark. She dives back on it. And she will hunt it away from there. Lane heads it to the outside to Norton. Crowley comes over, knocks her down. It'll be a foul there. Norton slow to get up. Dodd comes up to take this free kick.
Oh, okay.
Into the box. De La Rosa Pagan there. Gets it to Crowley on the outside. Crowley near midfield. Trying to send it forward for Johnson. Gets it right back as it goes off Panner. Now get it to Rowlett in the middle of the field. So send it up. Gets past the last two defenders, but Fogel will come over and collect it for the Bruins. Throws it out to Taylor Edson. Now Dodd will send it up the left side. Lewis there for the Bulldogs. For Rowlett. Now Lane and Rowlett going after it. Rowlett has it. Slow roller. Be an easy save for Fogel. Wiley with it. She'll send it to the outside, but Taylor Edson there for the Bruins. Music chases after. Goes off of Lewis. Now Wiley has it for the Bulldogs. Out for Lewis. It'll be kept in. Atiani now with it. On the right side, trying to get it to Johnson. Dodd there. Dodd will just kick it out. And it will, they're going to say it goes off of Johnson. So it'll be a throw in for the Bruins. Kylie Newton to check into the lineup for the Bulldogs. Alyssa McKinney checks in for the Bruins. 29:36 to go here in the ball game. Had a Brittany Music goal with 16:53 to go in the first half, and that was Grace Lane just a minute 12 into the second half, putting the ball in the back of the net, giving the Bruins a 2-0 lead. Hedge now with the ball for the Bulldogs. Lane steps in front of that pass, trying to get it ahead for Pickrell. De La Rosa Pagan got to it. Now Lewis gets it to Rowlett. Rowlett sends it to the outside for Atiani. Still going. It's past Edson. Still driving down. Newton goes towards the center. Coming out is Dodd. It'll go off of her and be a throw in for the Bulldogs. Atiani to throw this one in. As we start to get some raindrops. We'll have a foul on the Bruins. So it'll be a free kick for the Bulldogs. Rowlett to take this one. She's going to ask for 10. Three-person wall. Fogle positions the wall. Now Rowlett comes in. Short side. Kicked back out. Rowlett going to try to keep it in on this end. Left foot shot. Goes off of, I believe that was Lane. Comes back out. Pickrell sends it back. Clark tries to get it to her. And foul on the Bulldogs. That'll be a free kick for Central Hardin. Dodd sends that one up the field. Edge with it for the Bulldogs, kind of knocked around. Pickrell now with it. Outside for Music. Music going to chip it to the outside for Norton. Norton crosses there. Sent back out. Trying to keep it in the box. And now Rowlett will send it out near midfield. Newton sends it to the outside for Atiani. Atiani gets past Edson. Panner comes over for the Bruins. Atiani slips and goes down. The Bruins able to clear it. Lewis will collect it near midfield, gives it to Hedge. Burba comes up, she'll get it back to Panner. Panner going to send it to the right side. Music is there. Music will send it forward for Norton. De La Rosa Pagan was there. Now Norton gets past her. Norton driving in. Clark the last one. Shot, it's in. And from Brittany Music to Brooke Norton for the third goal of the night for the Bruins. With 26:36 to go in the ball game. The Bulldogs again with possession. Rowlett going to send this one up the left side. Johnson was chasing after it. Be dropped back by Norton to Fogle. Fogle will kick it away from there. It's going to get out near midfield. Wiley heads it in the air. On the far side, Johnson. Pickrell now to the center. Panner with it to the outside. That'll go wide. Be a throw in for the Bulldogs. Atiani to take this throw in. Lane able to keep it in. Edson trying to keep it in as well. They do. And the ball goes back and forth, and now Lewis will send it up, trying to get it to Newton. Dodd there. Newton with it, lays it off for Crowley. Trying to squeeze it through. Unsuccessful. Lane sends it to the outside for Norton. Norton gives it to Panner right at midfield. Wiley comes up for the Bulldogs. Chips it forward, trying to get it to Music. Atiani and Music going after it. Music able to keep it in. Now Lewis comes over, the defensive pressure. And that goes off of Music, and so it'll be a goal kick for the Bulldogs. Rowlett to take this goal kick. Panner heads it there. Crowley gets it for the Bulldogs. She'll send it forward to Newton. Clark back there for the Bruins. Send it back. Now Fogel will kick it out. Gets it to Lane. Johnson gets it to Crowley. Back to Johnson. Knocked around. Crowley now with it. Drives in on the left side. Fogel picks it up for the save. Punts that one away near Wiley. Mink with it. Tried to get it to Rowlett. Music there for the Bruins. Back to Panner, back to Music. And outside for McKinney. Norton pops it in the air. Johnson will hit it. That's going to go off of the Bruins. It's going to be a Bulldog throw-in. Alexis Witherspoon checks back into the lineup for John Hardin. Kylie Crowley will take this throw-in. Wiley back to Crowley. Pickrell there for the Bruins. That'll go off Crowley. Throw in for Central Hardin. Norton with the throw in. Gets it back. Now lays it back again for Burba. Round to Panner. And Burba had started to retreat. That one goes out. Quick throw in for the Bulldogs. Witherspoon with it. And now to be Wiley with the ball. Gets it to Rowlett. Rowlett to Crowley. Clark will come up, just poke it out, but Wiley will retain possession. Edson now gets it. She tries to send it up the center of the field. Lane there, now Wiley with it. Lane gets it back for Central, so send it outside for Music. Lewis comes up. Music's able to get past her. De La Rosa Pagan there, but it's going to be Music with her second goal of the night.
Goal by your Central Hardin Lady Bruins.
With 22-19, Central Hardin now up 4-0. Again, Music with her second of the night. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, Physical Therapy Associates, Ryan Harris of Remax Premier Properties, Bluegrass Cellular, E-Town Exterminating, and West Point Bank. Rab will send it outside to Burba. Burba lays it to the middle for Panner. Panner going to send it to Edson right at midfield. Sends it to Music down in the corner. She'll get to it. Atiani comes over, and Music's attempt at crossing hit it a little high on her foot, and it'll go over the end line and be a goal kick for the Bulldogs. A steady mist here at John Hardin High School. Witherspoon unable to really collect that in. Dodd will send it back in the other direction. Norton gets to it. Gets it to Lane. Back to Panner in the middle. Gets it to the center for Rabb. Music now with it, driving in. Crosses there. Shot. It's in. Brooke Norton with her second goal of the night.
Central Hardin Lady Bruins.
Central now goes up 5-0. With 20 minutes and 56 seconds to go. Bulldogs will kick it off again. Lane now with it to Music. Lane with it again. A substitute coming in for Central Hardin. Maybe a throw in instead. That substitute not ready to come in. Music with it back to Burba, to Panner, and they'll send it back now Dodd, and she'll give it up to Fogel. The far side back to Clark. Now Dodd with it again. As the rain starts to pick up just a little. Goes out. It'll be a throw in for the Bulldogs. Johnson to throw it in. Tries to get it to Witherspoon. Gets past Edson. Now Dodd there. Gets past Dodd. Tries to shoot and is saved by Olivia Fogel. That one punted away. Johnson and Music go up for it. Foul on the Bruins, so it'll be a free kick for the Bulldogs. Edson now with it. Music with it. She's going to get past Johnson, but it goes out and be a throw in for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs have a substitute coming in. Miriam Atiani will check in. She'll check in for Witherspoon. That'll send Newton to the striker's position. Johnson throws it in, trying to get it to Flack. Send it up the middle. That one sent back hard by Clark. Fogel sends it up the middle of the field. Now Lane with it. To the far side. Burba there, and it'll be Wiley who gets it back. Now Rowlett with it for John. Rowlett send it up the left side, trying to get it to Atiani. She has it there. Burba comes over. Now it'll be Clark in front of her. Shot there. Fogel with the save. Vogel punts that one away. Pickrell sends it forward to the corner. De La Rosa Pagan will track it down. That'll go off of Pickrell and be a throw-in for the Bulldogs. Atiani to throw this one in. Quickly in to Wiley. Lane there for the Bruins. Flack now with it. She tries to drop it back for Rowlett. It'll be Hedge there. As Rab was providing the pressure. Now Johnson mishandles that one. It goes out. It'll be a throw in. Edson will come forward to take it. Set up to Pickrell. Lays it back for Music. Back to Pickrell, give and go. Music now with it, Johnson on her. She's gonna take it down into the corner. Crosses there. Hedge got in the way of that one. It'll be cleared out by Rowlett. Flack now with it for the Bulldogs. And Edson will poke it out. It'll be a throw in again for the Bulldogs. Wiley now with it. Edson will give it back to Panner. She'll send it to the far side. Brooke Norton chases after it. Mink there for the Bulldogs. Norton able to keep it in. She crosses. Really, oh, they're going to say it went over the end line. And so it will be a goal kick for the Bulldogs. Rowlett will take this goal kick. 15:25 to go in the ball game. Central Hardin on top, 5-0. Lane came down awkwardly on her right leg. Immediately the center ref stopped the ball game. And they're holding it like it would be a cramp. Which I will say this, when she went down and grabbed her knee, I was not thinking a cramp. Be glad to hear if it's a cramp in this situation. Again, it's hard for cramps to get out. Once you get them, it's hard to get rid of them at that point. You can with some ice and stretching, but it will come back. Really, the only thing that'll take it away is some rest, and which won't happen during the ball game. 15:13 to go here. Again, a reminder, we'll be back on the air Thursday night. So we'll have volleyball action as the Elizabethtown Panthers will travel to Cecilia to take on the Central Hardin Bruins. Scheduled start time is scheduled for 7:30. Friday night, we'll be back here at John Hardin for some football action as the Central Hardin Bruins will come to take on the Bulldogs. We covered last week's Bruins football game. They were winners 49-10 over Davis County. And Mr. Gavin George had one heck of a ball game. Caught a touchdown pass, returned a kickoff for a touchdown, had 2 interceptions, one of which appeared to go for a touchdown, but was called back after a penalty on a teammate. But overall, a very good game for the Bruins. Bulldogs were on the short end of the stick against Danville last Saturday night, 48-14. And they will square off. Our scheduled start time there will be 7:30. Lane is walking on her own power. Central Hardin ball. Norton back to Panner. Back to Clark. And the Bruins then were trying to give it back, which is a sportsmanship. If somebody goes down, you give them back possession of the ball. That'll go out. And the center ref is now going to has to talk to Coach Kravitsky on the side. 14. Throw in on the far side. Down into the corner. Atiani down there for the Bulldogs. Burba down there for the Bruins. Atiani turns, shoots. Dodd sends it back out. Ball knocked around again down there. Newton down there for the Bulldogs now. Lays it back out for Atiani. Tries to chip it in. Panner sends it back out. Atiani sends it back in. Burba now with it. Up the side to Pickrell. Pickrell as Rowlett comes over. Still with possession. Tries to cross. Slow roller. Kicked out by De La Rosa Pagan. It'll be Norton now with it. She stops, tries to find some space to kick it. Ball blocked away. Flack will kick it to the outside, but it'll go over the sideline and be a throw-in for the Bruins. Quick throw-in. Panner now with it. Back to Dodd. Dodd's going to send it around for Edson. Edson tries to get it into the middle of the field to Rab. Music now with it as Lewis is there for the Bulldogs. And they'll let that one go over the end line, and there'll be a corner kick for the Bruins. Panner comes forward to take it. Eladon goes and stands in front of Destiny Clark. That one will be sent near the 6-yard box. Headed high in the air. Knocked around. Wiley now with it for the Bulldogs. As Music fights back for the Bruins. Foul on the Bruins, and it'll be a free kick for the Bulldogs. Sit down, it goes out. It'll be a throw-in for the Bruins. Dodd will send it back for Fogel now. Panner now with it. Side for Edson. Back for Panner. Send it into the box. It'll be one hop. It skips through the hands of Clark. So it'll be a corner kick now for the Bruins. $11:20 to go in the ball game. 5-0 lead. Central Hardin on top. Edson takes this one. Middle of the box. Bounces out. Panner with it. Sends it back outside for Edson. Edson's pass tipped away by Rowlett. Up the field. Newton there for the Bulldogs. Clark for the Bruins. Clark able to get possession back. Sends it to the outside to Eads. Eads up to Norton. She'll lay it back off for Burba. Norton with it again. Back for Burba. And Burba again with it. Now she tries to send it to the middle, but Wiley, who gets there for the Bulldogs. Panner pokes it away, back to Burba. Norton with it in the middle of the field. She's going to send it across to Edson. Edson takes a shot from well beyond 30 yards. That'll go wide left and be a goal kick for the Bulldogs. We're under 10 minutes to go in the ball game, 9:45 to be exact. Rowlett with the goal kick. Bounces around. Music will have it for the Bruins. Takes it right at Lewis. Lewis pokes it away from there. Now it'll be Rab with it. That one's kicked high in the air. Clark will come over, picks that one up. Eads lets that one go by. Berber will lay it to the outside. Eads back with possession. Atiani and Eads going after it. It'll be a foul on the Bruins and be a free kick for the Bulldogs. Again, both of these teams back in action on Wednesday night. For John Hardin, they will be traveling to Nelson County, a 7:30 game against the Cardinals. And the Bruins will be playing on the road as they will travel to 17th District foe, the North Hardin Trojans. Edson now with it. That one got through. De La Rosa Pagan back there. Over to Lewis. Get it to Flack. Outside for Johnson. Trying to get it back to Flack. Poked away by Panner, but Johnson there with possession. Music comes back, and she'll get it for the Bruins. Into the middle for Pickrell. Back out for Music, just a little too much, and it will be a throw-in for the Bulldogs. At the next break, there are 7 Bruins ready to check into the ball game. Dodd now with it. She'll send it to the far side to Burba. For Panner. Up to the outside for Edson. Edson about 20 yards out. Takes this shot just over the crossbar, and it will be a goal kick for the Bulldogs. Rowlett to take this one. Low on the ground. Dodd with it. Swings it outside for Sloan. Flax kicks it forward. Dodd's going to let that one go, and Fogel will be able to pick it up. Along with Sloan, Bratcher checked back in. Claire Prater checked in. Going up the far side was Eads. Riley Martin checked in. Rams still in the game. It's going to go off of the Bruins and be a Bulldog throw-in. To the middle. Flack is there, but be sent back by the Bruins. Sent around to Bratcher. Bratcher into the center. Now the Bulldogs come back. Mink will track this one down. Martin chasing after for the Bruins. That'll go out and be a throw-in for Central Hardin. Eads will do the throw-in. Into Rab. Go off of Rab and be another throw-in for the Bruins. Back to Rab. Back to Prater. To Panner. Back towards the middle. Dodd will send it back outside to Prater. To Panner, back to Prater. Kicked up the field Unable to control it. Now the Bulldogs will. As the wind picks up, Rowlett with the ball. Sends it forward. Newton got there. He kicked up the far side and go out and be a throw in for the Bulldogs. Rowlett with possession. Just tries to send it into the box. Dodd is there to get it back for Central Hardin. Gets it to Chloe Sloan. Flack there to get it back for the Bulldogs. Lays it back for Wiley. Lewis chips it forward. Sloan going to keep it up there. Pope almost had it for Central. Now Newton with it. Disselkamp kicked it away. Bratcher will send it up onto the other half of the field. Mink, that'll go too wide and be a throw in for the Bruins. 3:06 to go here in the ball game. To the middle for Flack. Flack going to send it to the corner. Prater tracks it down for the Bruins. Atiani now with it. Atiani's pass going to go back out near midfield. Rowlett with it. And it'll be Eads who comes up to get it back. Rab going to send it up the right side a little too far. Throw in for the Bulldogs. Atiani to throw this one in. To Newton. Back out to Atiani. Eads there for the Bruins. Sends it near the top of the box. Trying to get it to Flack. Wiley there. One dribble, gets past another. Her shot going to go just wide to the right. And it will be a goal kick for the Bruins. We're going to have some substitutions for the Bruins. Fogel to take this goal kick. Turner out there with it for the Bruins. Mink on the defense. Rab going to send it forward. De La Rosa Pagan chased after it. Will go over the sideline and be a throw in for the Bulldogs. Atiani will go off of her and be a throw in for the Bruins. Rab to take this one. Trying to get it to Martin. There, Bratcher will send it back into the box. High bounce, but Clark able to gather it in as we hit the 1 minute mark to go in the ball game. A reminder, we'll be back on the air Thursday night with volleyball action at 7:30. E-Town takes on Central Hardin. And then on Friday night, 7:30 kickoff time, we'll have football action as Central Hardin comes to take on the John Hardin Bulldogs. Martin now with the ball right at midfield. The far sideline, Mink is there. Ball will be sent back in towards the middle to McKinney. Martin with it to Panner. We're down to 15 seconds to go. Lays it back for Bratcher. 10 seconds to go. Chips it in the box. Kenny unable to get to it. Mink will clear it out. And that will do it. So for the Central Hardin Bruins, they win their opening 17th District match. They will move to 2-3 on the season, 1-0 in 17th District play. John Hardin Bulldogs will fall to 4-1 on the season and 0-1 in 17th District play. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results. Ryan Harris of RE/MAX Premier Properties, for all your real estate needs, contact Ryan. Bluegrass Cellular, offering the most affordable unlimited plan anywhere. E-Town Exterminating, 270-737-6900. And West Point Bank, let us help make life simpler. Hometown banking made simple. For all of our workers here at HCEC-TV, for Mr. Dale Mings, I'm Bobby Thompson saying so long and good night. Well done, sir.
This has been a Hardin County Educational Community Television production. Live local sports are on Brandenburg Channel 1, and all rebroadcasts are on Brandenburg and Comcast Channel 2, Spectrum Communications Channel 184, and on our YouTube site. Also check out our live sporting events on nfhs.com or visit us at hardin.k12.ky.us. Hardin County Educational Community Television, located in Hardin County, Kentucky. A division of Hardin County Schools, airing on Brandenburg, Comcast, Spectrum, and also airing online.
Providing live coverage of local high school sports.
Covering community and school events, while teaching students along the way.
HCEC-TV, the area's leading educational and government access channel, training the next generation of media arts students.
Control your home even when you're not there with Brandenburg Telecom's home automation service. Turn lights on and off, lock and unlock doors, and change settings on your thermostat using your smartphone or tablet. Stop worrying whether or not you remember to close the garage door, and save money by programming your thermostat to reduce energy used when you're not home. Call Brandenburg Telecom for a free quote and enjoy the convenience of having home automation, phone, TV, and internet service, all from one local company.
All right, son, you ready to open your first savings account?
Yes, I am.
West Point Bank has been growing with our customers for over 30 years. We know what it takes to support them in every stage of their life. You need a bank that you know and trust to help you reach your goals and make your dreams come true. West Point Bank, hometown banking made simple.
You have a choice because not all physical therapy is the same.
So when you need physical therapy, come to the one chosen as Hardin County's Reader's Choice winner 4 years in a row.
We are always working to better educate and stay ahead of the latest advancements in physical therapy.
Physical therapy can get you back doing what you love to do.
If you're experiencing pain, loss of mobility, or just want to feel better,
come see us at Physical Therapy Associates in Elizabethtown, Radcliffe, Hodgenville, and now open in Brandenburg.
Hey everyone, Ryan here. I just wanted to announce some exciting news that I'm officially a licensed realtor. I've been a part of a championship-winning basketball team, a conference-winning Bellarmine golf team, and now I'm part of an award-winning real estate team, JT Pitts & Associates at RE/MAX Premier Properties. If you have any real estate questions, real estate needs, or just want to reach out, please don't hesitate to call or send me a message. My number is right below. I'm ready to bring that winning mentality to the real estate industry so I can give my clients the service they deserve. Thanks.
Bluegrass Cellular's faster data speeds and more complete coverage keep you connected to your community, no matter where life takes you. Whether you're exploring your own backyard or forging new paths across the country. Talk better, text better, play better, and share better. Here, there, and everywhere. Bluegrass Cellular, your community expanded.
E-Town Exterminating, a locally owned, family-run pest control company, has been serving Hardin County and the surrounding area since 1976. E-Town Exterminating provides pest control for residential and commercial properties. E-Town Exterminating on Ring Road in Elizabethtown. Phone 737-6900.
E-Town Exterminating. What the buzz is all about.
For additional information on HCEC-TV programming, call 270-769-8855 or email Gina Ryan at hardin.kyschools.us. On behalf of HCEC-TV, we would like to thank all of our live coverage sponsors.